John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and I've got another video for you this week. And I'm just showing you some things I picked up at our flea market, which started up earlier this month in April. And I hadn't shown those things yet. Picked up a couple things there. And then some new leather and a couple of new knives, a couple other knives, and a trade with Georgia Adventurer. And I'll show you all kinds of things here. So let's start with the flea market finds. This was the first of the month. Our flea market started up, and I picked up two pieces. Actually, I picked up, first of all, this K-bar, and this is a K-bar single blade trapper, and the number there is 1002 K-bar USA. The blade was kind of whittled on a little bit. It was kind of in bad shape, but I cleaned it up, and you can see it's got a liner lock there. I don't know a whole lot about this knife. I don't know what year this is. You can see the blades are kind of scratched up a little bit, but I cleaned it up and sharpened it. Put a little bit of an edge on it with the work sharpening system. It's got a half stop, nice half stop there. And the reason I was really interested in this is I actually have the two blade trapper kind of in the same configurations, the 10004, and this is the two blade trapper. And I picked it up at the flea market too last year, and that was actually with Big J. And this one's in a lot nicer shape. I mean, the guy we bought some knives off of, this is one of the knives I bought. And this thing, he had some really great knives. So, but I'm happy with this. I've got kind of the matching single blade trapper to go with it. And I have several K-bar in the collection, and I really like them. These old K-bar USAs are really cool. So we'll put that out there. We'll just put this one out there to compare. Again, that's the one I picked up. I also picked up a 34 OT. I already have one, but this one was $5. I got it for $5. You can see the blades kind of chewed up a little bit. I cleaned it up. It was a mess, and I sharpened it. And it's in pretty good shape. It's a nice user. The other one that I have is in better condition. But so I'll just kind of throw this in the pocket when I want a little Stockman. And you can't beat these, USA 34 OTs, especially when it's $5. So I picked that up. I thought that was a great purchase there. And we'll put that one out there. And so that was cool. Then I went on a work trip, and I always try to stop at an antique store somewhere along the way, and I stopped at a couple. And there was one I stopped at, and I picked up this. They had this in there, and I'll put maybe a picture up here of what it looked like before it had a broken tip. This is a Camillus, New York. This is an 89 to 2007. And this is the 886 lockback. And it's maybe the size of a 110, pretty close to the size of a 110. And it had a broken tip on it. I thought, oh, I could probably take care of that. And I think I did a pretty good job. I put a nice edge on it. And she is screaming sharp now. I also cleaned it real good. You can see that. It's in great shape. And it's a solid knife. That is just a really great knife. And so I picked that up for $10, and it came with this sheath. It is a Kershaw sheath, but it's in really great condition, and it fits the knife perfectly. I put some saddle soap on this, and I put some leather conditioner on this just to clean it up a little bit. But the sheath I've been carrying it in is a Rockin' Rockin' R Arts and Craft sheath. My buddy Ray, who lives right down the road, there's his information. Rockin' R Arts and Crafts. He does a lot of great work. I think he's got an Etsy page too, but he made this sheath for me a little while back, and this one just fits right down in here nicely. I mean, just really does fit really nice. So that's just a great combination, and so I like that a lot. But this sheath will come in handy sometime. Somebody will want one for another knife, or I'll want one. So I got that. So let's move these knives there a little bit. And I got the sheath to go with it. And of course, I've got Ray's sheath that he made. Then I went to a flea market in a town nearby on Saturday, an indoor flea market. And Ray was selling his stuff in there. And he had this little sheath. And I've been carrying this on my belt. You can see there. And it carries a Victorinox really nicely. This is a Cadet, and it carries it just perfectly. So hey, this video is a sack pack video. You probably thought maybe the sack pack was dead, but it's not. We still have our sack lovers out there, and I've been carrying this Cadet on my belt. And the Cadet, if you're not familiar with it, it's an Alux model. It's an 84 millimeter. It's got the opening layer there, the main blade, and it has the file over on this other side. Got a little file for your fingernails. It comes in handy, especially these screwdrivers and that main blade. And it's very thin, very thin. Now I cut the key ring off of this one, so but it fits down in this sheath really nicely. So I've got that. That's really cool. And then I was texting back and forth with Georgia Adventurer, Randy, and I know he really likes Camillus. This was the same day I actually bought this. So I didn't have this yet, Randy, or I would have offered it maybe, but I had a Camillus number 7, Camlock, sword brand that I offered him as a trade. And in return, Randy offered me this case folding hunter. It is a 2024 model, of course, stainless steel, beautiful rosewood covers. I mean, this was just a very generous trade. It's got this kind of Skinner blade on there. You can see the model number there, 62, what is that, 6285? 6265 stainless steel. There we go. USA. Of course, it's got a little jimping up there, so you can get on that to do some skinning. This is a big knife. It came with this sheath, and just a beautiful sheath. And really appreciate this, Randy. Great trade. I did throw a couple of extras in there for him. I just felt like this was very generous. But man, that is a honking big knife for sure. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with a knife this big, either one of these, but they're fun to have. And I didn't have a folding hunter, so now I've got one. And so we'll put that out there so you can see all the blades out there. We've got some big knives in this group today. And so that's most of what I found. I also did a little leather work. I did one today as a maker swap. You'll find out about that later on. But I also made this organizer out of some scrap leather. And I've got my Case 32 Stockman in there and my Fisher Space Pen. And this has been just a wonderful carry. I tried stamping my maker's mark up there. It didn't take very well, but this has just been working out great. So there's a nice leather project as well. And so that's what I've been up to. I have covered all kinds of things here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call this video, but just want to kind of show you what I've been picking up and talk about some leather projects and some leather that I purchased, and some leather that I was gifted from Ray, and good trade from Georgia Adventure, some good flea market and antique store finds. And so with that, I thank you all for watching.